Alright, so here I am on the last stage of Link leveling on stage 8-9. So we're about to take down Captain Ginyu here. I got a lot of LRs, TURs, a lot of units needing level 10 Link, and it's kind of difficult to do that throughout the day and focus on the game 100% of the time. So here we are taking down Ginyu. You should be dead here in a moment. Boom. Okay. And now stage is going to end here. Finishing stage. And then at this point, most of you know when you finish the event, you have to click buttons, go right back in the event, etc., etc. For the most part, pay attention to your phone to get back in the event. Here are my hands completely up right now on the loading screen. I'm not going to do anything whatsoever here. And just like that, I'm back in the event. So just as the title says, this is a full tutorial on how to auto grind links without touching your phone or looking at your phone. And you can set this indefinitely for however long you want, actually. So gonna get into the tutorial right now. If you can help me by hitting that like, subscription button, I would greatly appreciate it. Besides that, let's get into the process. Alright, now two friendly things I want to notice before you get into this video. One, Dokkan is a gacha game that does have TOS, aka Terms of Services, like many other gacha games. One of their Terms of Services is against using third-party apps or anything else to control the game. However, over my past experience with the game and other things like the attack glitches, if you're there for that, and the massive attack sets that people used, they never really did anything to ban those people, because this is a PvE event, right? That does require you to go against other people like World Tournament. So to let you know, I don't believe anything will happen to you, like 99%, actually 100% in my opinion. However, if anything does happen, just want to let you know before you do try it yourself. And then second thing, this is only going to work on Android for now. Once I do find the method for the iPhone, I will make a video on it as quick as I can. So let's get into the process on how to do this. So first, you're going to want to download this application called Auto Clicker in the Play Store. I'm going to drop that in the description so you can go right to it and download it. And once you download this app, it's going to require you to do some settings, right? So after that, it's going to tell you to go to accessibility settings. And if it doesn't do that, you're going to have to do it yourself. So go in your settings, right? Type in accessibility, scroll down, and then hit accessibility. And then when you see accessibility, you're going to see installed services. I'm going to need you to go to installed services after that, right? And then after that, you're going to see Auto Clicker. Now, Auto Clicker is going to be off by default, but you're going to want to turn it on. Otherwise, it's not going to allow that third-party app to function on your device and do what it has to do. So now let's get into the actual niches and clicks on how to set up the app and how to make it move your Dokkan for you. Alright, so once you go in the app here, you're going to see two things. You're going to see a single target mode and the multi-target mode. Now for Dokkan specifically, in this purpose, we're going to be using multi-target mode. However, after learning multi-target mode, how it works from this video, single target mode could work for you in other games as well that function with that, variety. So keep in mind that multi-target mode is for Dokkan, and terms of services apply for either game you use this for. However, like I said, for Dokkan, I highly doubt they're going to do anything to you, so I think you should be okay for the most part. So first, what you're going to do is go to multi-target mode, go to settings, right? Make sure these are both on 50 milliseconds and 500 milliseconds on the default. If you pit it any higher, it's going to take longer for the taps to go through and take longer for you to get in the event. If you pit it any lower, it's going to probably crash your device most likely. I've tested both and 50 milliseconds works just perfectly. So after that, you can default back out of that, right? And go to manage configurations. So after manage configurations, you can either do this the easy way or do this the hard way. I'm going to make this easy for you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a text file down in the description for you that's going to basically import all the inputs that I have set for the device. So basically with that, what you're going to do is hit the three dots at the right? Hit import. And here I have the file download. It's going to be called configs.txt. You want to click that. And then just like that, it imported everything I have in here. Now, with my imports, the only one you want to focus on is the links, because the links is the one that grinds the links for you. So after that, you can back out. And if that doesn't work, I'm also going to show you how to do it yourself. So let's go into that as well. Okay, so now if you went ahead and did it yourself, it should look exactly like this. I have inputs set in specific places that are going to allow you to go right into the event without backing out, or going to different screens, or even clicking units, or going to other icons. However, if this doesn't work for you, after you click the play button, you could also do it manually to where you could place it exactly at the places where I have them. So let me show you how to do that specifically. So we're going to go back to auto clicker here, right? I'm going to disable, and then we're going to click enable because it should be disabled for you by default. You're going to enable it, right? And you're going to click view configuration. So after you do that, you're going to go here, right? And you're going to set those nodes exactly where I put them. So for example, let's say I put 7 here, right? We're going to pretend that's 1. We're going to grab it, put it down here. And that's basically what I use for the go button or the start button to go right back in. So if you want to just make this easier for yourself, what I would do is look at my configuration here, right? Take a screenshot of everywhere I have the numbers. So basically we have like 1 down there, you see that, 2 down there, 3 down there, 4 up there, 5 up there, and etc, etc. You want to put those exact numbers in those exact spots. And the reason why I have it on the screen right here is because on this screen there's a lot of kanji, there's a lot of numbers, and there's a lot of certain, like, you know, places where it could be easy to put it at the exact same spot because it's gonna be like right next to those certain icons. So if you do that, you should be okay. And then after that, what you're gonna do is just click the play button, and then it should eventually take us to the event here. Perfect. So now this part I'm going to do speed run of the video on because obviously you don't want to watch me like grind an entire link level event. So let's sit here and stare at the screen until this finishes. Okay, and just like that, the event is done. And as you can see, we're clicking on the loading screen here, and the nodes are just, you know, clicking at the speed it needs to be at until the screen loads, right? We get to this screen, it automatically takes you back here to where you either accept the friend request or decline the friend request. It doesn't really matter in this case because your box may be full anyway, so it's accepted for me, and then we continue. Now, one thing to mention as well is that if you have stones, it will keep going, so keep that in mind. It depends on what time you set it for. So basically, if I pause here and go to the settings, you can either set it to run indefinitely, which means it'll run infinitely. It will never stop until you either close your device or make it stop. It'll run in cycles of like a certain amount. I don't recommend doing the cycles because that means it's only going to tap like 10 times on each one, and that's, you know, that's really unpredictable of how it's going to work. Or you can say, hey, I want to do this for an hour or 30 minutes only, and you can set it right here to 30 minutes or an hour only, and it will do that for 30 minutes or an hour only. But besides that, I do run it definitely. It does that. And then, like I said, it will use stones, or it will use the meat item you have automatically to go into the next event. Now, there are certain scenarios where you have the meat item and it lets you, like, you know, choose between which one you have. If that screen does come up, worst case scenario, all you have to do is refill the stamina bar and go right back to this, and it will essentially still auto grind until your stamina is like completely done, which isn't possible at the moment. So that is still good and beneficial in my opinion. But besides that, I'm gonna let you guys rock with that if you did learn how to do that, and I'm gonna go do a summary of this video. Make sure you didn't miss anything, because I know tutorial videos like this, either the person speaks too fast, you don't understand, or it's something you just missed over by accident. So make sure you go to accessibility, right, and turn auto clicker on. If auto clicker is not on, it's not going to process whatsoever, and nothing's going to work for you, unfortunately. So after that, you do want to go back to auto clicker, right? Make sure that this is enabled. If this isn't enabled, nothing's going to work for the most part. If you did put my settings in, you should be able to click links, and it will automatically load up the link setup for you to where you could just go straight to the event, start it, and honestly, there's nothing left to do after that. But like I said, however, if it does not work, right, you can go straight to this screen, right? What I would do is screenshot what I have right here so you can know exactly where to place everything. You can hit settings over here, load your own, Here's a custom one I have, right? And then you could either hit the plus buttons here or the minus buttons. So let's hit the minus buttons to take everything out, right? Hit the plus, and then as you're looking at the screenshot of the, screenshot you took of the video, you could hit these at the places where it will automatically press, and it will look pretty much exactly the same, and it will function pretty much exactly the same. So for the most part, that is it. If you guys have any trouble, feel free to type in the comments and I will do my best to help you. I think this is very beneficial for people that either have jobs or school. I know everybody has that, but not everybody has that full attention that they need to put into the game and grind the links. And links are really essential to beating new events in the game. Besides that, hope you guys have a beautiful day. This is your boy Nindo signing off. Maybe, hit that like and subscription button for the YouTube algorithm. That helped me a lot, especially if I'm helping you. Jokes aside, I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out, y'all.